Welcome to another storm update. This time we're focusing on one interesting storm that decided to be named earlier today. This storm right here was named at 4 a.m. and became Tropical Storm Eric. Not to be confused with my older brother, of course. But this storm right now is now a weak tropical storm with winds of 40 miles per hour, pressure of 1,005 millibars. According to the forecast cone, it could become a Category 2 by Thursday at 1 a.m. and is estimated to peak at 100 miles per hour. Could this be the first hurricane of the season? Who knows? Otherwise, that's all the storms right now. However, for this one, there is a tropical storm watch for places like Salina Cruz and Oaxaca. There is hurricane watches in effect as well. The first of the Pacific hurricane season. For places like Puerto Escondido, Rio Grande o Piedra Parada, and areas near Santiago Pinotepa Nacional. Anyways, those are the watches in effect. The storm could pass near Chilpancingo and Acapulco. However, because this storm is this far out to sea, it could change in a certain direction, If I could get my tool, not my location, because I don't want to dox myself. Anyways, but if I get my tools right now, the storm is looking... That's not going to work. This is the precipitation amount. Thankfully, heavy rain is only falling on the ocean, which is good because we don't need it falling over here. However, Guatemala is getting moderate rainfall over here. Southwest of Guatemala City. Line it up, yeah. It's a miracle that the storm still hasn't dumped heavy rain, considering I was thinking it would happen. So these are the winds right now around the storm. The eye is the awkwardly calm part right here. This is the eye wall where the strongest winds are. So you can see gusts of 30 miles per hour, like tropical depression intensity. But even though this storm has winds of 40 miles per hour, it could be gusting God knows how much as... Oh, those are the wind gusts. But the wind speeds are about the same, a little weaker. But what interests me the most is right here, the sea surface temperatures, which are very warm. As you can tell, 81 degrees in some places, it's 80. In Salina Cruz, it's 80 degrees. In Oaxaca, it's 62. Acapulco, 79. 83 in right here, about where I'm clicking right now. However, it feels much, much hotter. Meaning this storm has enough energy to intensify into a hurricane before making landfall, as you can see on places like Guerrero or Oaxaca. Relative humidity around the area is 86%, meaning it still has some energy to intensify. Like 94% right here as I just clicked. So it could intensify further. I'm not predicting a Category 4 intensity hurricane. I'm just predicting that it could become a hurricane. I don't know if it's going to become a major. And this is the dew points right now around the area. So this is 75 degrees in some places, 76. That's extremely humid. That is about as much as you can see here. Like if you look at Chicago right now, it's extreme. Like dew points are way up high. It's in comparison to places like Salt Lake City, Utah, or LA, California. Anyways, barometric pressure readings, there's a high area near Oaxaca. However, the area around the storm, also known as Eric for some reason, is relatively low, and that's for the storm passing through. It's always been low near Alaska on this area, high around the... What I find interesting is that so far no storms have formed in the Atlantic. However, I'm not going to jinx it, knock on wood, that nothing bad happens. However, I am forecasting that eventually as we get through the month and into July, that we could see storm development. especially near Africa, the Caribbean Sea, Cape Verde. More typhoons probably could also form as well. We had Wu-Tip, which is now completely dead by now. It just got... So it got shredded. As you can tell, it's no longer there. It's MIA. That's all. That's all for the storms right now this season. Our main coverage will be on Tropical Storm Eric as it intensifies, as it goes through its journey. That's all.